What's going on, guys? Jinx here today with another video. Today we're going to be playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 1, as you can see. And today we're going to be telling a story while I play some Black Ops 1. And usually I wouldn't play Black Ops 1, and I'm going to be honest. The reason is I fucking am terrible at this game. But honestly, is to say this is the only game on PC right now that has players on it. I've searched through 5 different games just to get here. Yeah, so I started on fucking Xbox and I was playing Modern Warfare 2. So Modern Warfare 2 was dead as fuck. There was like one TDM lobby going on and it was on derail, and I am not playing derail, bro. You ain't gonna catch me on derail at fucking 3 in the morning now. And then I got on COD 4 on Xbox 360 and that shit was dead too. Got on Modern Warfare 3, shit was dead. And then I got on Black Ops 2 Plutonium and that was not dead, it was just not a very enjoyable experience at all. I mean, it was fun at first, but I was just like getting dicked by like people, and then the server that I liked playing on died, and it was just not that fun. But it's okay. I'll make a BO2 video soon. I know y'all really enjoy the BO2 videos. My last BO2 video like popped off. It almost got 400 views like out of nowhere, and I really wasn't expecting that. So thank y'all for that support. That was like a month ago and I uploaded that. I can't remember if I said this at the beginning of the video, but I was going to be telling a story in this video, so I'm going to start telling that right now. This is a story about the time that I got caught skipping school by the police, which is actually pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But it was an interesting experience. It also was a really grueling experience on my feet, I am not going to lie. Basically, I was in pretty much my last semester of senior year. It was second block, I believe, of the day, or at least I think it was after second block. I can't remember. I just remember I like was leaving my math class. At least it was in the building where my math class was. The way that school was like different buildings were split like up or whatever, so there was like different lettered buildings and stuff like that. But basically the one building where my math class was, I don't think I was coming from math class, but I remember math class being in that building. I was leaving the math class building. So basically the school's kind of like a big loop in a way, but like in a grid kind of format. But the next building I had to get to, you actually get to walk outside of the school to get there, which is kind of interesting. So you get to walk outside the gate, so you're pretty much in the open. You could like run away if you wanted to. And basically what happened was, while we were transitioning blocks, I decided there's other classes, like other like special curricular activity classes that are outside the school already. Like there's like a fire kind of thing, and then there's like some like obviously like JRTC, everybody knows about that shit. Everybody's school had that shit. Basically I planned this whole thing out because I followed the exact path where all the other people like that would go to those classes normally would go. So the way the building that I came from is it's just a door, and you go out the door and you're like outside the school pretty much, and then you turn right and then there's a gate and you go back into the school. Basically what I did was before I got back to the entryway of the gate, I hit me a little left move on him and like went to the left, walked around the corner where the other people were, and then like there's a little like baseball field right next to it or something like that, or a softball field or something. I think it's a baseball field, but I slipped off into the little bleacher area where like the bleachers and the little dugout is, so that I could hide until the class change had stopped. And basically I kind of just hid in the little dugout area until I heard the bell ring for the next class to start and stuff, because you can hear it outside. And then I was just kind of hanging out there at the time. I was just kind of hanging out, chatting on my phone, normal stuff, you know, nothing too crazy. I was in high school and I was still playing COD back then, so I was gaming it up, you know what I mean. I sat there for a little bit, I was checking stuff, looking on Twitter, whatever, you know, normal activities from old Jinky. I remember I heard people coming and I got scared because I heard like people's voices coming around the corner and stuff like that. So I just went ahead and hightailed it up out of there and just started walking like out through the field down to the main road. And then I hit me a little right move, and going towards the right was first direction I needed to go to finally head towards my house. The main goal was to leave after second block and then just go home and just like pretty much just walk home. The game plan was just to walk home from school. That was how I was gonna skip. I was just fucking gonna dip. I was out and I got out of the school completely normally. No one even asked any questions. No one even talked about it. But basically I went to the right, and now I'm gonna tell you something. My school was about, I think, like 5 or 10 miles from my house. So it was a pretty hefty walk, I'm not gonna lie, but I was quite accustomed to going on hikes and stuff. So it wasn't like that bad, but it also wasn't like the nicest walk I've ever taken, just simply because, you know, you're not supposed to just get up and walk 5+ miles like in the middle of the day just for no reason, like without any preparation, you know. And basically once I hit that right move, so it took me about 30 to 40 minutes to walk about 3 miles till I got to the next like turn in my trip. So I walked all the way down and my next turn was left, and it was a more main kind of street, so I was kind of staying off the road and stuff like that, just simply because obviously you're not gonna want to like get hit by a car. I remember like while I was on that road there was like a bridge I had to cross, and I got very close to getting hit by an 18-wheeler. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just so glad that I'm alive. Like that shit was scary. Thankfully I made it through that. But then I got up and I was starting to go around a little like bend in the road, and I actually had seen like ahead of me a cop car pull off the road and just kind of like park like in my path where I was gonna be walking. I should have just avoided him, because I definitely could have made it home. At that point I was only like 3 more miles away, which really wouldn't have been a big deal or anything like that. He got out of his car and he was like, "Hey man, how you doing? You doing all right?" Basically like asking questions. And the reason why is because apparently my man had got multiple phone calls that there was like a young, like not a young kid, but like a kid walking down the side of the road, like close to the road and stuff like that. And I was like, damn, I wasn't even like on the road most of the time. I was only on the road for a little bit, so it's kind of sad that I got busted. But he ended up picking me up and we ended up talking for a while, and he kind of like asked where I came from and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah man, I'm just walking home from school. He was like, yeah man, what school did you come from? And I told him what school I was from. And he was like, dang, that's actually pretty far from here. You normally walk that? I'm like, yeah, I do normally walk it here and there. And he was like asking like why I was out of school so early. And I was like, and at the time I had 4 full classes the whole semester, so I had never flexed, which flexing is when you leave early or whatever. I never did any of that stuff. I just like had the 4 normal classes and that was it. I was talking to the officer and I was like, yeah man, basically I flex, which means like I get to go out or get to leave early or whatever, and I just didn't have a ride, so I just decided to walk home, and that was my excuse. Luckily this story ends a lot better. It doesn't end with me going to jail or anything for skipping school. But yeah, he was talking to me and he was like, yeah, I actually know the officer that like the school officer or whatever, and like they had talked before, because it's a small town. I live in a small town, so obviously everybody knows each other. And I thank fuck he did not go to the school and ask if I actually had to actually did the flexing thing, because I would have been fucked. I would have gotten in trouble. So basically if he would have went to my school and like actually talked to the lady that was like the person at my school or whatever, then I would have been fucked. I would have gotten in trouble probably. But basically what happened was my man just offered me a ride home, and he ended up just taking me home. And he was like, yeah, you don't live too far from here. I'll go on ahead and just take you home. It is what it is, right? And he just went ahead and I got in the cop car. Funnily enough, he was actually a canine unit. He had a dog in there, so I got to pet his little dog. He brought his dog out and it was cute and all that good stuff. Little German Shepherd that was in training or whatever. I was like, oh, he's freaking adorable. But basically I just didn't get in trouble or anything like that. He ended up just, you know, dropping me off at my house and whatnot, which was fine. I ended up getting home, all that good stuff. At that point in time, like I was so tired from the walk, and like my shoes were so blown out because I was wearing Vans, and I still had those pair of Vans actually over there right now on the floor. From that point in time, I never had any intentions on skipping school, except for one time, but it really wasn't like I walked home or anything. I never had any ambitions though to walk home from school ever again, because that shit was terrible on my feet, I'm not gonna lie. And I just want to say, like, we are so freaking close to 100 subscribers. We have 99 subscribers, so it would be pretty epic if you could pop down there to the little subscribe button and just fucking caress that bad boy. Just fucking slap the shit out of that subscribe button, and slap the shit out of the like button too. And leave a comment if you want to, telling me stuff that I can maybe do better on, telling me things that you'd like to see me do. Just like let me know stuff. Like I'm open to criticisms. I want to get better and do better at YouTube, and just like tell me what's interesting to y'all. What videos have y'all really liked from me? Like what type of videos do y'all enjoy the most? You know, I used to make a lot of episodes, and then I kind of stopped, and I've been making more like cut commentaries. I'm still gonna do episodes here and there obviously, and like sniping videos, like where it's like just clips and it's like montages or whatever. I just wanted to change it up because the montages got a little repetitive, you know. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.